But if Clemenza can figure a way to have a weapon planted there for him, then I'll kill them both.
When Francis Ford Coppola sat down to adapt Mario Puzo's best-selling novel, nobody expected the chaos that would unfold behind the scenes. What started as a struggling director's desperate attempt to save his career became one of cinema's greatest masterpieces, but not without some truly bizarre moments along the way. Today, we're diving deep into the strange, sometimes disturbing, and fascinating secrets that made this classic possible. Get ready for tales that will change how you watch this masterpiece forever. Starting our countdown at number 12. We have one of the most accidental moments in film history. That iconic opening scene where Don Corleone sits stroking a purring cat while dispensing wisdom. That feline wasn't supposed to be there at all. Francis Ford Coppola spotted a stray wandering the Paramount lot and, on pure impulse, grabbed it and placed it in Marlon Brando's lap as cameras rolled. What happened next almost ruined everything. The cat purred so loudly that sound engineers thought they'd destroyed the entire scene. The purring nearly drowned out Brando's carefully delivered dialogue, and the crew held their breath, thinking they'd have to reshoot. Instead, they created one of cinema's most memorable opening moments.
This is the first time you ever came to me for counsel for help.
The cat's contentment added unexpected warmth to Don Corleone's character, showing his gentle side before witnessing his ruthless nature. Number 11 brings us to one of the most quoted lines in movie history, and it wasn't even in the script. Leave the gun, take the cannoli.
Leave the gun. Take the cannoli.
Richard Castellano made it up on the spot. Playing Clemenza, he remembered an earlier scene where his character mentioned his wife wanting cannoli. So when delivering that chilling cleanup instruction after executing Paulie, he threw in the cannoli line completely unscripted. The genius lies in its authenticity. Here's a man who just supervised murder but is still thinking about keeping his wife happy. It reveals character depth. Clemenza isn't just a cold-blooded killer, he's a family man in dangerous business. One spontaneous addition gave us the most deliciously casual post-murder dialogue ever filmed, perfectly embodying the film's blend of family loyalty and violence. Number 10 takes us to Hollywood's most shocking prop choice. That horrifying scene where producer Jack Woltz wakes to find a severed horse head in his bed. Brace yourself, that wasn't a prop. The production team obtained a real horse head from a dog food manufacturer because they wanted maximum impact. This wasn't last minute either. They specifically sought authenticity, knowing the real thing would create visceral reactions no prop could match. The accounts of how much actor John Marley knew beforehand vary widely. Some say he was completely blindsided. Others claim he knew but wasn't prepared for how real it would be. Either way, the blood-curdling scream when Woltz discovers his wake-up call, that's genuine terror, not acting. Marley's reaction was authentic because his shock was real, creating one of cinema's most unforgettable moments through disturbing extremes. Our number 9 fact would make drama teachers weep. Marlon Brando, delivering one of cinema's greatest performances, never memorized a single line. This wasn't laziness, it was a deliberate artistic choice that drove everyone crazy. Cue cards were hidden everywhere, taped inside lamps, stuck to actors' backs, positioned behind cameras, placed on furniture. The crew became experts at strategic placement, ensuring Brando could read without breaking character. Brando claimed this made his delivery sound natural, as if thinking responses in real time rather than reciting memorized text. He believed reading lines fresh gave performances spontaneous quality that memorization would kill. The irony is perfect. One of history's most respected actors was reading cheat sheets throughout production, yet deliver the most memorable dialogue in film history. Sometimes keeping things fresh works, even if it requires an army of assistants with cards. Number 8 brings us to a casting decision that almost changed everything. Paramount absolutely did not want Al Pacino as Michael Corleone. Too short, too unknown. too intense. Studio executives wanted James Caan to play Michael instead of Sonny, completely missing the character transformation point. They wanted traditional leading man qualities. Tall, handsome, immediately commanding, someone who looked like he belonged in power from the beginning. Coppola fought tooth and nail for Pacino, recognizing the actor's intensity and vulnerability were exactly what Michael needed. The director threatened to walk away when studio pressure intensified. Thank goodness he stood firm. Without Pacino's nuanced journey from war hero to ruthless Don, we'd have lost cinema's greatest character arcs. The transformation from wanting nothing to do with family business to becoming more ruthless than his father, that's the trilogy soul. Here's where number 7 gets genuinely unsettling. The Italian-American Civil Rights League directly connected mob boss Joe Colombo wasn't thrilled about Hollywood's portrayal of their business activities. After intense negotiations, production agreed to completely remove mafia from the script. Every reference scrubbed, which is why characters say the family or this thing of ours. Instead, they also hired community advisors for permits and locations. Suddenly, complicated New York filming permissions went through without hitches. Police cooperation improved dramatically, neighborhood access became effortless, and disruptions disappeared. The production walked a fine line, maintaining Puzo's story authenticity while keeping peace with people holding real neighborhood power. When organized crime starts giving script notes and consulting on logistics, you've entered territory where art meets reality uncomfortably. Number 6 takes us to a heated Hollywood confrontation that could have been a movie scene itself. The Johnny Fontaine character hit too close to home for Frank Sinatra. The parallels were unmistakable between the fictional Italian-American singer with mob connections and Sinatra's own career. According to gossip, Sinatra cornered Arthur Mario Puzo in a restaurant, demanding to know why he'd written such an obvious parody. Feeling the betrayal attacked his reputation. Tempers flared, accusations flew, and the argument became heated enough for other diners to notice. Puzo defended his work as fiction, while Sinatra insisted similarities were too specific for coincidence. By evening's end, nobody was singing "My Way," and the incident became Hollywood legend. Sinatra never fully forgave Puzo, their relationship remaining frosty for years. Sometimes fictional characters make real legends angry enough for public confrontations. Number 5 reveals how Coppola took the film's family themes. This was a genuine Coppola family production. His sister, Talia Shire, played Connie Corleone, bringing natural family chemistry to scenes. His parents appeared as wedding guests in the opening celebration, adding authentic Italian-American faces. Most famously, that baby being baptized during Michael's dramatic power ascension. That's 6-month-old Sofia Coppola, future Oscar-winning director, making her film debut. The decision wasn't about convenience or saving casting money. It was about creating genuine emotional connections on screen. When making a movie about bonds that hold families together and tear them apart, having actual family members brings authenticity that no acting can replicate. Sofia's early appearance proved that talent and artistic vision can indeed be family traits, literally born into the movie business. Our number 4 fact is about artistic heartbreak of the highest order. Nino Rota's hauntingly beautiful Godfather theme was nominated for Best Original Score until the Academy discovered he'd recycled material from an earlier Italian film. The irony? The recycled material came from a relatively obscure film most Academy members had never heard of. But Academy rules about original compositions are strict. Boom. Disqualified from consideration. One of the most recognizable, emotionally powerful film scores ever composed couldn't compete for an Oscar because of a technicality having nothing to do with musical quality. The theme became instantly iconic, spawning countless covers and becoming synonymous with cinematic excellence. Yet it was denied recognition at the ceremony celebrating cinematic achievement. Sometimes rules matter more than artistry, even in Hollywood. Number 3 enters conspiracy theory territory. Once you learn this, you'll never watch the same way. Whenever oranges appear, someone's about to die. Vito buys oranges before getting shot. Oranges are on the table during the Solozo meeting, and oranges are in the garden during Vito's peaceful death scene. The pattern is so consistent it can't be coincidental. Yet Coppola never confirmed whether this was intentional symbolism. Film scholars have debated this for decades with religious passion. Maybe it's masterful foreshadowing, visual cues that death approaches. Maybe it's just fruit that happened to be around during filming, but once you notice the pattern, you can't unsee it. Every orange becomes a harbinger of doom. Whether planned or accidental, oranges created a visual motif, adding meaning layers to every scene, proving sometimes the most powerful symbols hide in plain sight. Number 2 brings us to Oscar history's most controversial moment. Marlon Brando won Best Actor for Vito Corleone and refused to accept it. Instead, he sent Native American rights activist Sakine Littlefeather to decline the award, protesting Hollywood's treatment of indigenous people in films. The audience was initially confused, then shocked, as she explained Brando couldn't accept honor while Native Americans were portrayed negatively. The moment became electric with tension as some booed while others applauded, revealing deep Hollywood divisions about politics and artistic responsibility. The media went crazy, turning Brando's victory into a national conversation about representation and artist responsibility to use platforms for social change. Even Brando's victories became statements proving that powerful artists never separate work from beliefs. The boycott overshadowed other wins, becoming an Oscar legend about refusing to play by the expected rules. Our number 1 fact addresses the question everyone wondered about. How involved was actual organized crime in making this movie? Real mob-connected individuals worked as extras, leading authentic faces to background scenes needing a genuine feel. Local community leaders smoothed permit issues and location access, making logistics run with suspicious efficiency. The production went through proper channels, but those channels worked remarkably well when the right people were involved. Some crew members reported feeling watched during filming, though whether that was paranoia or reality remained unclear. Whether that meant men of respect making calls or applying behind-the-scenes pressure, you'd have to ask around and probably wouldn't get straight answers. The line between cooperation and intimidation remained deliberately blurred, creating atmosphere where everyone understood stakes without saying too much. When making a mob movie in their backyard, cooperation becomes practical necessity. The delicate dance between authenticity and safety somehow created cinema history without anyone getting hurt. The real question isn't whether the mob was involved, but how much they influenced the final product we can see on screen. From stray cats to severed horse heads, from improvised canoli lines to real mafia script changes, The Godfather proves legendary films are born from beautiful chaos. These stories remind us that great art often comes from unexpected places, sometimes dangerous ones. The production succeeded by embracing unexpected moments while navigating real-world complexities, turning potential disasters into movie magic. What's most remarkable is how these accidents and compromises didn't weaken the film. They made it stronger, more authentic, more unforgettable. Now, I'm curious, which of these facts shocked you the most? Was it the real horse head that made you cringe? Or maybe Brando's cue card method that surprised you? Drop a comment below and let me know which behind-the-scenes secret blew your mind. And hey, if you're a true Godfather fan, leave the word Corleone in the comments. I'll know you made it all the way to the end of our countdown. If these wild Hollywood secrets got you hooked, smash that like button and hit subscribe because we've got plenty more movie mysteries where these came from. Trust me, every classic film has stories this crazy hiding behind the cameras. Until next time, keep watching and keep wondering what really goes on when the cameras stop rolling.